Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation is a big idea. The idea is that we need to think out of the box to come up with new treatments that will transform dramatically the way we deal with cancer. This disease has been devastating to millions, probably even billions of humans through history, and it continues to be a big problem. We are now in an era where we have amazing technologies that we never had before in human history. So we have a great opportunity to hopefully cure cancer at some point altogether.
I am really excited about the opportunity to recognize all the accomplishments that the Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation has done towards our mission to conquer cancer, not just in Chicago or Illinois, but literally in the United States and internationally.
With the Hippocratic Foundation, we're able to take on new projects that are somewhat high risk but high reward. And by doing this, we're able to allow investigators to really push the envelope on how they think about developing new strategies for treating cancer. As a result of this, we've had funding for some young investigators who've clearly been able to advance their career and by extension, hopefully advance the progress that we're making in dealing with patients with cancer. The ultimate goal, of course, is to contribute to a better outcome for all patients with cancer, and funding from sources like yours allows us to accomplish that goal.
As a clinician scientist, support from organizations such as the Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation are central to our ability to achieve our vision of really bringing out-of-the-box, innovative scientific ideas right to the bedside for the care of our patients. Without this type of support, we would not be able to achieve the groundbreaking discoveries that we have achieved here at the Lurie Cancer Center to really make a difference in the outcomes of our patients.
The Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation supports the Lurie Cancer Center in its endeavor of really bringing cutting-edge clinical trials to the patients, to bringing ideas from the lab to the clinic.
I chose to receive care at the Lurie Cancer Center because of its top-notch reputation for treating cancer. I wanted to make sure I was at the best place to treat my individual cancer when I was diagnosed. A few years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 2B triple-negative breast cancer. I was 37 years old. And due to the type of cancer I had and my age, and also with a young family, I wanted to make sure I was going to be around to see my daughter get married someday, my son get married, graduate from college, and be there for my children and my husband. I trusted them with my life. And I'm here today, a year and a half, 2 years later, because of their cutting edge research and treatment of me. And I'll never forget when I was in surgery. It was my first surgery ever in my life. I was in the hospital room, in the surgical room, and I remember Dr. Hansen holding my hand and looking at me and just touching and caressing my hand and just letting me know everything was going to be okay. For someone that's recently diagnosed, it's definitely going to be the hardest days that you're ever going to face. And it's a fight. And I'm not going to lie to you. It's definitely a fight, but you can win this fight. Don't give up. Fight. Ask questions and believe. There's something about, positive thinking, and it can go so far. And while you have those bad days, just, think forward, think ahead, think of your goal to beat this. It was important to me to become a part of the Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation because of what I went through. I wanted to do something positive and give back and pay forward what Northwestern's team did for me and my family.
The difference in the way we use the HCRF money is the support of big ideas. We try to do things that will have a big impact. Higher risk, higher reward. So hopefully, as time goes by, we will see more and more results that will not just incrementally advance the field, but that will advance the field in a major way.
The funding that we get from the Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation has been instrumental in further enhancing the novel, innovative, cutting-edge research.
Nicole and I are passionate about supporting Dr. Plutonius and his team because they not only are incredibly patient-oriented and patient-focused, but they're also embracing of innovative, cutting-edge technology treatments. They get to know the person, and they work with the person and that person's family.
You know, the mission is to provide out-of-box research, and we need to be able to get that research by providing funds and raising money. So doctors at the Cancer Center and Dr. Plutonius' team can, you know, discover the best methods to find a cure for cancer. So again, it's extremely important to me that we fulfill this mission because of especially what I went through, you know, as it's touched me firsthand. And it's also important because cancer touches everybody.
Only 4% of all federally funded research projects go to childhood cancer. We would not be able to do the research that we do. We would not be able to have the team that we have. We would not be able to translate this into new treatments, new clinical trials, if we didn't have the support of the Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation and philanthropy in general.
Philanthropy really allows to bring research to the next level. It allows us to bring ideas from the laboratory to the clinic, to bridge when there is no federal funding available for new innovative ideas, for ideas that are outside the box, and to really push the limits to have really cutting-edge research.
Philanthropy has been critical, and your organization has helped us fund some of these young investigators with novel projects that not only advance our understanding of the biology of cancer, but also translate into newer and better therapies for patients with cancer.
Philanthropic arms and organizations like the Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation are extremely important, so that if you have an idea, if you see a patient and come up with something that you want to study, there's a way to do that. If you think outside of the box and you have some creative way to solve a problem that will be important to patients and use basic science in order to answer your questions, that would be the perfect way to use philanthropic funds.
Partnership with philanthropic sources is very critical for this mission to enhance it and move it forward very fast.
Only with partnerships like we have with the Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation are we able to advance our ultimate mission, and that is to cure cancer in the United States and around the world.
The research at the Lurie Cancer Center is really important to me. I was a patient at the Lurie Cancer Center. I was diagnosed with stage 2 triple-negative breast cancer a year ago, and I underwent the cutting-edge treatment of the dose-dense therapy, chemotherapy for 5 months, and I underwent a bilateral mastectomy and lymph node removal as well. But if I didn't respond to treatment, I was going to have to do a clinical trial for the next year. And the clinical trials are very few in the country, and there are not a lot of good treatments for triple-negative breast cancer right now, because our type of breast cancer lacks the receptors that are, you know, they don't have any good treatments at this time. And so the medications are limited. And I'm so grateful because at Northwestern, we've got several clinical trials that are going right now that would potentially, you know, cure our disease and help us get through this time, that are not available at other places. And this is really due to the Hippocratic, you know, Research Foundation donating money, and from donors like you that are giving money to the organization so that they're able to stay up to date on all of their leading treatments. When I was told that I had cancer, you know, it felt like the world kind of stood still, and I was really scared. I didn't know what the future would hold. I knew that I didn't catch it as early as I had hoped, and I was scared. Sorry. what I would say to someone who's recently diagnosed is stay strong. Don't give up. Take it one day at a time. You can get through this. You have such an amazing resource of doctors and facilities at Northwestern.
I need to say a big thank you, first of all, to Eleni. Without Eleni's dedication to the cause, her vision, her inspiration, her perseverance, nothing will be happening right now. And a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone who came on board. We need a strong team to make a difference. We need the doctors, we need the scientists, but we most importantly need the philanthropists who can help us achieve these goals. So I'm very grateful for your confidence and your support of our efforts, and I look forward to working with you in years to come.
Thank you to the Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation.
On behalf of all of my colleagues at the Robert H. Lurie Comprehensive Cancer Center, I want to thank you for the partnership that you've provided to us and all the resources that come our way.
Thank you to the Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation for their support.
A big thank you from all of us to the Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation.
So thank you very much to Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation, the HCRF. It's extremely close to my heart.
Thank you to the Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation for your continued support.
Thank you, Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation, for all you do to support work like mine and those of the incredible researchers at the Lurie Cancer Center. We could not do this work without your support.
Thank you, Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation, for all you do here at the Cancer Center.
I cannot thank you enough, everyone a part of the Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation. You are giving hope in a disease where hope has been absent for decades. You are allowing us and allowing this whole entire team to work together to find new treatments.
And thank you for joining us and being a part of the Hippocratic Cancer Research Foundation to help make a difference in the diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of patients tomorrow.
Because I don't know if I would have made it to my 40th birthday this January. So I'm very thankful for Northwestern and the Lurie Cancer Center for my life.
I just want to thank each and every one of you for donating to such an amazing cause. Thank you. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Thank you for your donations to the Hippocratic Research Foundation.
I'd like to thank everyone involved, from the founding board, the founding committee, the advisors, the physicians, the supporters, the benefactors, and everyone that has donated to our cause. I deeply thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please keep supporting HCRF.